Hello everybody and welcome back to me. I haven't done the full screen thingy in a while, and that's because my microphone is like acting all weird and it was like when I started recording, so I got it fixed and we're gonna have a good time. Now, you're probably asking me, or you read the title, what is this about? It's about my top 10 favorite Legend of Zelda dungeons from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Now the videos, basically videos I'm about to show you are from the 3D version, and they're from the Zelda Master, so I want to thank him. If he sees this, I want to thank him for for the videos and whatever, so let's get started on this. So at number 10, my favorite temple is actually from Majora's Mask, and it is the Great Bay Temple. Now you might be asking, Great Bay Temple? Why Great Bay Temple? It's because they did the water thing right. I don't know why. It's just, in Ocarina of Time, I felt like the water was just like, you gotta go up and down and all around. But this one, you just have a certain path. You just go one room, go down. It's just a certain path in the room. So yeah, I like this better. Like, you don't have to go like up and down and all around like this way, and then you gotta backtrack to that way. It's just, yeah, and I just think it's a pretty fun dungeon or temple to do, anyways, because you get to use the Zora, my favorite guy, like all the time, and it actually has a really fun boss, I guess. I mean, he's not easy because they changed it in this 3D to be so you had to go in the water and fight him, but second part basically. But anyways, that's why I love Great Bay Temple, and that was my number 10. Number 9 is the Shadow Temple. The thing I loved about this from Ocarina of Time, the Shadow Temple from Ocarina of Time. The reason I love this temple, well, the reason I put it at number 9 was because it's just the utter creepiness, but I love how you even get in there. You basically have to use Din's fire, and just look what happens. You gotta light all those torches to get inside. Isn't that just awesome? But once you get inside, you'll see why I put this at number 9. If he goes in, just a second. Oh yeah, basically you have to use the Lens of Truth a lot. There's a lot of invisible walls, invisible enemies, invisible everything. And it's stinking hard. It's just hard. Just look at this place. It's dark. It's just, yeah. That's why I put it at number 9. Otherwise, if it wasn't that dark and creepy, just look at that. Look at that face right behind him. Look at that. You gotta use a Lens of Truth. And so that's actually a fake wall. So you'd have to use the Lens of Truth to go past it. See, like that. And it goes with certain other stuff in the dungeon, and I just felt like it was a hard dungeon and all that, but it was a good dungeon at least. So that was number 9, Shadow Temple. At number 8 from Ocarina of Time again is inside the Great Deku Tree. The reason I put this at number 8 was because it felt like a small temple. It just felt too small to be a real dungeon to me. But I know the dungeon inside and out. All the golden sculptulas in there. That might be just me. I mean, the first time you play it, you'll probably take at least 20 minutes. But still, 20 minutes. It's not very long for a dungeon. But the reason I put this up at 8 is probably because it's super short, and the boss, Goma, is really, really, really bad. I mean, it's fun to fight her because it's super easy, but it's just, you need a better boss for the first boss. I mean, you gotta get in the feel. I know you gotta get in the feel of the game, but I don't know, just gotta make the boss better. But I still like this dungeon because I like forest stuff. I like the greenery. That's why I like it. And it's fun. It's fun. There's a dungeon map. There's a dungeon map. And you get the slingshot, my favorite thing in here. Like, one of my favorite things in here. So you can, like, shoot people. Yep. And it's super fun. But anyways, that is number 8, the Great Deku Tree. Coming at number 7, we have Woodfall Temple from Majora's Mask. I love this temple. I mean, I love greenery temples. I love this temple. But the only thing I don't like about it is the stupid flying guys. And basically that's it. That's flying guys. It's the flying guys. Those flying guys, they're like bzz, 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 and so. And you have to use the Deku with the flying things. I do not like using the Deku with the flying abilities. Like, when he'll use it right now. In a second. There. I don't like using that a lot. But you have to use that in a lot of the puzzles in the dungeon, and I don't know why, I just don't like using the Deku. It just feels I don't know, it's just hard to explain. It just doesn't feel right for a dungeon. But anyways, that's the only thing I don't like about this dungeon. But anyways, the whole dungeon is awesome. The puzzles are pretty good, except for the Deku ones, really. But anyways, this is otherwise a great temple. And I'll see you guys, and that was, not see you guys, but I'll see you guys at number 6. Number 6, we have, you guessed it, the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. The reason I put it here, what did I say the reason I put it here? Alright, why I put it here is because it has a lot of backtracking. That's the only reason I think it's not, yeah. And Wolfie guys. They're like, nee. That's the only reason. But anyways, this temple is super good. It has my favorite, the best music in a Legend of Zelda game ever. And I think it's just one of the best Legend of Zelda dungeons around. But I haven't listed 5 more. So, number 6 as the Forest Temple. Coming at number 5, we have Snowhead Temple. I love this temple. Plus, I love being the Goron. And with the puzzles and all that, it's just awesome. Though backtracking is a really bad thing about this. I really do not like the backtracking in this, because it's like, boom, fire arrows, boom. It's just, that's the only thing I don't like about this. Backtracking, man. A lot of the temples do not have backtracking, but the ones that do aren't very, well, I mean, Snowhead's awesome, but, I mean, some of them that do the backtracking aren't very fun, you'd say. It's really frustrating. Like, you go at one part and you're stuck, you're like, what do I do? And you search around in that area once, and then you learn that you have to backtrack all the way to the beginning of the temple. It is not fun. But anyways, I love being the Goron and using the puzzles for the Goron, like this puzzle where you basically have to, that bridge, you have to basically use the Goron's roll. You roll cross it. But anyways, this is a really, really good temple. I love ice temples. There's no other ice temple. There's no temple. Is there? No, there isn't. I still love this temple. It's a good temple. So that was Snowhead Temple at number 5. Number 4, we have Stone Tower Temple. Yeah, another reason I put glitchy man. Whoa, hey man. Wow. Okay. Alright, I better wait just a second. Stay right there. Stay right there, guys. Stay right there. Stay. stay, stay. Coming at number 4, we have Stone Tower Temple from Majora's Mask. The reason I put this here is because, again, backtracking. You have to backtrack to all the way to the beginning, outside of the temple, to shoot a gem, to turn the whole temple upside down. But that's the only thing. Because turning the whole temple, upside down, is probably the best thing I've ever played. I mean, it's just so cool, turning the whole temple upside down, and then completing it. Like, you do the half of the temple right side up, and then you do the whole other side of the temple, upside down, which I think is just awesome. I just have nothing else to say to it. It's awesome. I love it. Everything else is really nice. The enemies are hard, which is, I like it. I like enemies that are hard. And it has one of the best and pretty hard bosses in the whole game. The Twin Mold. The Twin Mold is pretty hard. You have to turn into a giant to actually fight her. Or them. Or whatever they are. You have to fight them as a giant. You have to put on the giant's mask, which you get in this temple, and you have to fight them while you are a giant, and then throw them around and all that. It's just awesome. Now, I haven't made it this far in the regular N64 version, but I have made it in the 3D version, which might be differences, might not be. But anyways, it's a really good temple, and that was number 4, Stone Tower Temple. Coming at number 3, we have the Spirit Temple from Ocarina of Time. I seriously love this temple, because this is a temple where you get the mirror shield, and I think that mirror shield looks super cool. And I know you had a mirror shield in Majora's Mask, and it's pretty thrilling to have on your back, just like a guy on a shield going, "Ah!" But nothing can beat this mirror shield, because it looks absolutely awesome. As a red outer side and stuff like that, and it black stuff like light, of course, because it's a mirror shield. But anyways, the reason I love this temple is that you actually have to first start out the temple as young Link, and I just thought this light mechanics were super cool. Unlike Stone Tower Temple, I thought their light mechanics were just a little bit Yeah. That's what they were. Yeah. But anyways, Spirit Temple number 3. Coming up next, we have the Fire Temple from Ocarina of Time. Now, I know I've been doing a lot of Ocarina of Time temples, but that's because there's only 4 temples in Majora's Mask. But anyways, this temple is awesome. I mean, seriously guys, you have to wear a certain tunic to do it. Well, you do in Water Temple, but I mean, I love fire temples. I don't know why, and I don't know why, but I love fire temples. And you even meet up with Darunia. Is that saying it right? Oh yeah, I was thinking of Darmani from Majora's Mask. But anyways, you meet up with Darunia, and he didn't see you as an adult. So like, you meet up with this guy as a kid, and then you meet him later, and it's just awesome. It's just awesome. You probably don't get what I mean, but I just think this temple is just awesome. That's all I'm trying to say. Puzzle mechanics, good. Everything else, good. It's just a good temple. I like it. And the boss is even cool. Like, you fight a huge giant dragon, this fire. You use one of my favorite items, the Megaton Hammer. but you get in this dungeon, and it's just an all good, just good dungeon. Alright, number 2, Fire Temple. Coming at number 1 is Dodongo's Cavern. The reason I love this is because it's a long temple, but a short it's a long dungeon, but a short dungeon, if you know what I mean. It's a medium-long dungeon, which I love. And just look at this. Dodongo Cavern. Look at that. You go up and down and all that. You don't even have to backtrack once, I don't think. And you even fight a huge Dodongo. Or you even fight a big Dodongo as the boss. A huge Dodongo. A big one. He's like, just right after you, he's like, nyeh. Anyways, I love this temple. This is like my favorite one. I go back to Ocarina of Time just because of this. I am not joking. Just because of this. This is my reason. It's my reason. It's my reason. It's my reason. But it is such a good temple. Dungeon. I can't even say anything. Boing boing, the current time is... But anyways, this has been my top 10 Legend of Zelda dungeons from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I probably did a really bad job of speaking, but that's just me. You can rate it. I don't care. But anyways, this was top 10 Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask temples, and I will see you guys in the next one.